morning! Welcome to Cinephile.com. I'm Alicia from Movie Lover in Theaters. It is already June, and you know what that means? It's summertime. And Cinephile's got another great list of movies we think you should see this month. In theaters June 10th, today's Tom Sawyer gets cinematic on you! Tracking the resounding 40-year career of one of the hugest, megast, most awesomest cult progressive rock bands in music history is the new documentary Rush Beyond the Lighted Stage. The film follows the trio from their humble beginnings in Toronto through the production of their seminal albums, all the way to present-day whereabouts of the band. Filmmakers Sam Dunn and Scott McFadden provide a new perspective on the prog purveyors by showcasing never-before-seen footage of the band. And you also see rock stars such as Jack Black, Trent Reznor, Billy Corgan, Kirk Hammett, and Taylor Hawkins talk about Rush's impact. Rush Beyond the Lighted Stage is great for fans and newcomers alike to experience the sheer force that this Canadian threesome had on rock music at large. Hitting theaters on June 11th, I pity the fool who don't watch the new A-Team movie. Was that a good one? I tried. Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper of The Hangover, Sholto Copley of District 9, and mixed martial artist Quentin Jackson star as the one, the only, The A-Team. This action-packed adaptation of the 80s TV show, there he is, tracks the boys as they look to clear their names for a crime they didn't commit. Escaping the clutches of the government, the A-Team must use each of their own unique abilities to help reveal the actual perpetrators. Director Joe Carnahan heads in guns blazing, making the A-Team a fun and furious reimagining, all set for a new generation to enjoy. The stunning new biopic Coco Chanel and Igor Stravinsky provides a distinctive look at the bold relationship between two of the most influential artists of the 20th century. It's set in 1920s Paris. The film follows the two as they meet and instantly become enraptured by one another. While Chanel is out leading a successful fashion business, Stravinsky is struggling. He's been displaced from his homeland and finds himself barely to make ends meet in France. As the two become more and more intimate, an era of creative genius follows. Their affections have led to great achievements, but will it end up consuming them? Coco Chanel and Igor Stravinsky paints a gorgeous portrait of the two massively influential lovers portrayed by newcomer Anna Mogulis and Mads Mikkelsen. You've seen him in Clash of the Titans and Casino Royale. Hopping into theaters on June 18th, you'll find director Michael Winterbottom. He's helmed really provocative films like Tristram Shandy, A Cock and Bull Story, gotta be careful with that one, and 9 Songs. This time, he's turning to pulp noir for his latest effort, The Killer Inside Me. Casey Affleck portrays Lou Ford, a handsome small-town deputy in 1950s Texas. With sociopathic impulses beginning to bubble up inside him, Ford attempts to carry on a relationship with his girlfriend Amy. The problem is he's also secretly falling for a prostitute named Joyce. The Killer Inside Me is an intense adaptation of Jim Thompson's famous pulp novel and features the support of actresses Jessica Alba and Kate Hudson. In the adaptation of DC Comics' Western tale, Jonah Hex, Josh Brolin stars as the gunslinging drifter, a vigilante who can hunt down anyone and anything. After a brush with death, Jonah becomes a living ghost, straddling the line between physical and corporal existences. When the US military offers up a clean slate in exchange for the head of a notorious criminal, Jonah, well, he just can't refuse. His target? That would be the old nemesis, Quentin Turnbull. As Turnbull builds an army to storm the country, Hex must call upon his own skills to stop him. Featuring the talents of actors John Malkovich, Will Arnett, and Megan Fox, Jonah Hex is a highly stylish action flick with a dark, Western-esque twist. After making a big old buzz at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival, filmmaker Reed Cowan's 8, The Mormon Proposition is set to hit theaters this June. The documentary offers an unflinching investigation into the Mormon Church and their secretive agenda to disrupt gay marriage legislation. Using California's infamous Proposition 8 as a catalyst, Cowan explores the various underhanded methods that the Mormon network employed to get the bill passed. A scathing portrait of the war between personal freedoms and religious repression in America, 8, The Mormon Proposition is a controversial film we think you shouldn't miss. That's right, Woody, Buzz, and the rest of the gang have come out of the toy chest once again for a new adventure in Toy Story 3. With a mammoth roster of voice talent reprising their roles from the beloved Pixar films, this new entry in this series tracks Andy as he heads out to college. We all knew it was going to happen sometime. The toys, though, are rightfully concerned about their own future after being put in the hands of messy, careless toddlers. As things begin to look uncertain, the gang will have to risk life and detachable limb to stick together. Toy Story 3 is presented in Disney Digital 3D and features voice acting from Tom Hanks, Joan Cusack, Tim Allen, Don Rickles, R. Lee Ermey, Whoopi Goldberg, and Timothy Dalton. Whew, that's one star-studded cast. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Movie Lover in Theaters. Thank you for stopping by. You are going to stick around, aren't you? Well, if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.